Welcome, viewers, to another enlightening episode on Aero Connect, where the pulse of entrepreneurship beats in harmony with the rhythm of progress. Bridget Sandals, nestled at 1 Abbeydale Road, Kingston 10, Jamaica, emerges as a beacon of authentic craftsmanship in the world of footwear. Founded in 1981 by the visionary Bridget Brown, the company has flourished into an internationally acclaimed brand renowned for its exquisite, handmade genuine leather sandals. In its nascent years, from 1982 to 1990, Bridget Sandals thrived on bespoke orders, crafting a myriad of footwear ranging from sandals to shoes, boots, and accessories. Each piece bespoke, each creation a testament to Bridget's dedication to quality and artistry. Transitioning into the 1990s, Bridget Sandals embarked on a transformative journey, birthing an original line of sandals that captivated both local aficionados and global trendsetters alike. With over 1,000 designs conceived over the decades, the essence of Bridget Sandals lies in its 60 signature designs, each embodying the essence of elegance and comfort. However, amidst the acclaim lies a set of challenges. The meticulous handmade process and the uncompromising use of premium raw materials elevate production costs, often surpassing those of mass-produced imports. Moreover, navigating through high interest rates presents obstacles in securing essential upgrades and equipment. Yet, guided by a steadfast vision, Bridget Sandals sets its sights on a strategic trajectory. With a vision to become a globally recognized brand, the company pledges to fortify its foothold in the market while nurturing enduring relationships with patrons, suppliers, and retailers. Strategic goals are outlined, emphasizing revenue growth and streamlined time-to-market frameworks without compromising on quality. Long-term objectives of bolstering profitability, augmenting production output and sales, and extending its reach to international markets pave the path for sustainable growth. In the immediate horizon, Bridget Sandals aims to diversify its product line, encompassing spike heels, children's footwear, and jewelry. Expansion initiatives include the acquisition of additional physical space and the development of a robust online presence through website design and maintenance. Moreover, the installation of sophisticated management information systems heralds a new era of operational efficiency and strategic foresight. Amidst these aspirations, a new chapter unfolds with the unveiling of the Hope Road complex in Kingston. A testament to Bridget's ambition, the property stands poised to augment the company's operational capacity. Situated amidst bustling commercial hubs and residential enclaves, the complex represents a nexus of accessibility and opportunity. As Bridget Sandals continues to weave its legacy of elegance and craftsmanship, it confronts imitators and upstarts alike. Yet, anchored by decades of tradition and innovation, Bridget Sandals stands resolute, a paragon of timeless sophistication in the ever-evolving landscape of fashion and footwear. Tune into this insightful interview with Owen James featuring the visionary herself, Bridget Brown, as she shares her journey of creating an extraordinary business.
I used to work for the Playboy Club. I used to be a Playboy bunny. So it's a big switch. This glamour girl becoming a manufacturer. And then in the 70s, I didn't want to migrate. So I decided that I would stay in Jamaica and take my hand and make fashion. And I tried my hands at making crochet stuff, skull caps, cushions. I had a big cushion company. And I did a course at the School of Arts. And I'm a big thinker, so I started that small but expand. And at the time, the Jamaican people wasn't ready for cushions. So I went into the crochet business, making rasta bells, skull caps, bikinis. And that take off, but it wasn't sufficient because I had my mother and my 2 sons that I had to take care of. And I had a friend. Actually, I was getting frustrated at the time, and then he gave me a prayer. Actually, it's not a prayer, but an affirmation, which helped me to go within myself, and I usually chant every day until it became a part of my memory. And one day while I was walking on the street, I heard this still small voice saying, "Bridget, why don't you make ladies' leather sandals?" And I aspired instantly, and I had a friend who was a Rasta, because that time I started to sight up the faith and, you know, kind of changed my style a little bit, and I called him in, and then that's how we started. I had $2,000 in the bank, And instantaneously, because I'm very spontaneous, I went to a leather shop on Abbeydale Road and just purchased $2,000 worth of raw material.
Believe it or not, this woman, who now designs custom-built sandals for women, knew nothing about making sandals.
I was just going by the divine idea that I got.
That is very, it's hard to believe seeing these exquisite sandals on display. Absolutely remarkable.
But it was like 21 years ago. And everything I did, I used to communicate it with the spirit. And I figured that I could do everything, but then I could make patterns. And I had quite a few people working. At the time, it was a larger factory than this. I had 16 to 18 people working. And it was mostly men. And some of them were rastas. And, you know, I'm a woman in the business. So I guess I don't want to say that sabotage me, but it was very, very difficult. And I was very frustrated at one point, so I gave up. Not that I gave up and started to do something that I could manage. So I took a course at the Singer had a sewing course at the Village Plaza, and I did two, the first and the second course. And I went to the flea market. I used to make these trousers. They had these little short pants. It's like a crop pants. And I would sew. And then every Sunday I would go to the flea market and try to do a thing. And I used to go to some of the shops like the Trams, and I would get all the stuff that Mr. Shirley couldn't sell at the time, and then I would match that with my collection. And I went to Carmen's Corner, which is Carmen Brown, and I used to take the ends of the cloth, and then I would put that also with my stuff that I made up on a Sunday. And then during the week, I would just fold this big bag of cloth with a scale, and I would go around to all the hotels and sell. And I still wasn't satisfied because I know that I had something inside of me that wanted to burst. Yeah. And one day, this voice said to me again, "Bridget, why don't you make ladies' leather sandals?" That time that Craft, and Craft was booming, and I used to go inside Craft looking at all their stuff and knowing that I could do this, I could make something like this.
But to create women's sandals on a commercial scale, Bridget needed staff. She ran an ad in the Gleaner and got most of her staff except a pattern maker. But fate was to provide her with one from an unexpected quarter. One day, an elderly, nervous-looking man visited her and applied for the job.
I said, you know, boy, I don't really want any old man like that because they were set in their ways. And, you know, so what am I going to tell this man? So I said, Daddy, you know that all the position that I had applied for is filled. And then he walked away, and he said, while he was walking away, he said, but I can make pattern. So I said, what? You can make pattern? And he said, yes, because that sketcher style, that was very complicated, that I couldn't do. But I wanted to do that because I was a very creative person. So I brought him inside, and then that was a little turning for me in the business. Okay. So he worked for me for 2 years, and he died. May God bless his soul. And when he left, I was making all these custom-made shoes for people because he was very good. But he didn't show me anything, and I didn't expect him to. And when he died, I went inside myself, and I said, Father, what am I going to do now? Because I made all of these shoes for all these people, and now Mr. Bella's gone. So what am when people come for custom-made, and you know? And one Sunday evening, I sit at the corner right there at about 4 o'clock, and I took out a style which is called brogue. You know the brogue style? Yeah. It's from in the 40s. Yeah. It has different cuts. Yeah. And I showed it to my children's father. And I said, John, you know that I'm going to design this style tonight? If it take me till tomorrow this time, I'm going to make it. And I sat there, and I spoke with the spirit. And while I'm doing everything I'm doing, I was communicating. And eventually I accomplished the task. And then I felt good. So I kept that style on the stand for like 10 years before I gave it to anybody, because that was a very difficult style to make.
Bridget has a strong innate sense of business, and it didn't take her long to realize that 7 multi-skilled workers could more efficiently do the job of 16 traditional workers.
When you make things by hand, it's not good to have 20, 30 people. It becomes very, very complex and very difficult. So I started to re-engineer from about 1990, and I realized that having 7 or 8 people is doing the same job or more what 16 people was doing then.
Yeah, so you got more multi-skilled people.
Yeah, but yes, more multi-skill, I would say, yes.
Fascinating transition from a Playboy bunny to a businesswoman, and not only that, but the change in faith. How do you reconcile that change in your faith?
I guess, I'm always searching, because I don't just stop just there, I move on, and I'm now into metaphysics, and life evolves, and I'm also evolving.
Bridget designs formal and informal custom sandals for a veritable who's who among women locally and overseas.
When I started, I first did one of those Christmas craft show at Devon House, and I met some, I would say, influential persons. And then one person came, and then they brought somebody else, and then that person was impressed, and then they brought somebody else, and then it's a chain, and then somebody else brought somebody else, because I wasn't advertising.
Bridget's work has attracted top magazines such as Elle, and her sandals are exported to countries such as the United States, the United Kingdom, Dominica, Trinidad and Tobago, and Barbados. Now, all of this was achieved through dogged determination and a will to beat the odds. For example, at one early point in the business nearly 20 years ago, Bridget almost went bust and had difficulty repaying a business loan of 2,000 Jamaican dollars.
And I had to face reality, and then I started selling my stuff, go about making sandals for this person and that person, and so I had to pay back my loan. It was like $135 per month, so I got like 15, 16 months. So every month I made some money. I went and I paid my $135, and then I just started over. I created some extra money, and I saved, and then I just took all that money that I had earned and saved, and then put it in the business. It was maybe $5,000.
Putting back money into the business, a tenet of most successful business people. Bridget Brown, a true achiever.